Hey all, this is Urs coming at you with something of a first impressions. I may do this kind of as new stuff comes out in Civ 6, since we never know what kind of part of the series we're going to be in the middle of at the time, but there's been a first DLC Civ coming out from Firaxis for Civ 6, and, well, I mean, if you count the Aztecs, I guess the second, but the first one post-release, you get that as pre-release. Anyway. And looky here! Conveniently enough, and which warms my heart to no end, is Poland! The Polish Empire under Królowa Jadwiga, or Król actually, she was crowned king in her time. So I took a look at the abilities here, and this Civ seems very, very powerful. Like, very powerful abilities that really there's no answer to. And I'm not sure that's probably going to get adjusted at some point. I use the gentle term adjusted because, goddamn, this seems pretty strong. So I'll go through what she does, and, oh, goddamn. It's going to get nasty real quick. And Poland in general is pretty strong. So her UA and her and Poland's unique ability kind of needs to be read hand in hand. I'm just going to go through Golden Liberty first. This is important. So they actually call it Culture Bomb, which is kind of funny. Because that was kind of slang, but now it's, I guess, common parlance in the Firaxis world. So Golden Liberty is the Polish, not Jadwiga's, but Polish UA. Culture Bomb adjacent tiles when completing an encampment or fort inside friendly territories. This is basically what citadels used to do in Civ V when you burned a general for them, okay? That's general bombing, or culture bombing as you called it. It used to be culture in earlier Civs. But yeah, that's how it works. So this is basically allows you to use encampments, which is basically one per city, or forts, which is as many as you freaking want, to culture bomb or general bomb other territories. There's no other way, as far as I know, in the game to do this. So this is completely unanswerable, which is, in my opinion, a little worrisome, honestly. And because you can just keep spamming military engineers and building forts, like, you can literally build a line of... If I read this correctly, and again, I haven't played this, so I haven't tested it, you could literally build a line of forts to someone's city. And that's what... You just steal all their shit for the cost of military engineer production, which is kind of crazy, honestly. You get one military policy slot in the current government is converted to a wildcard slot. This is pretty awesome. Not only does it give you the ability to knock 2 economic policies early on the chiefdom, where sometimes the military slot isn't the most useful thing in the world, if we're totally honest with each other, but this is really great because you get both economic slots early and makes stuff like autocracy, monarchy, and if you want to go on the extreme, fascism or even communism more useful late game, because you have that flexibility, because you generally don't need all your military policies all the time. That gives you a little more options to play with. Makes oligarchy a lot better too. So you can culture bomb or general bomb with forts or encampments. We call it culture bombing because that's the term they're using. I just used to calling it the other thing. And then now her ability, Lithuanian Union. The religion founded by Poland, so again, you probably want a religion early when playing as her, becomes the majority in an adjacent city that loses a tile to a Polish culture bomb. A tile, so just one. Do you understand how strong that is for religious victory? You have anything adjacent to you is going to be your religion, because if they convert back, bang, you can just culture bomb again with one military engineer and get the majority. Doesn't matter how many apostles went there, doesn't matter how many, faith units fought over that city. You drop one fort and it converts to your majority. That is insanely powerful. And I'm not entirely certain how that's balanced. And you might say I'm shitting on the design a little bit. I mean, from a pure power gaming perspective, this sounds really good, but this is really, really powerful in my opinion. And as a bonus, Holy Sites gain standard faith adjacency bonuses from adjacent districts, which is pretty nice. All relics provide bonus faith, culture, and gold. So 2 faith, 2 culture, and 4 gold from each relic, just because. So get a religion. Get a religion when you play as Jadwiga, and then you can easily expand it to your near neighbors. And you can save all your apostles, all your missionaries, all those other units you need to spend a lot of faith on to go to further areas. But anything that's on your borders, go nuts with it. So, after that whole clusterfuck of just stealing tiles, I mean, this is a great way also to steal key strategics. If you have that coal that's 4 tiles out, or that iron you need, or that uranium you need, you can easily just do this and grab it. Now, if this was limited to encampments, I think that would be a little more balanced, where one city can each city can pick a particular space that they really want to move into and do it. And that way you have to cost yourself a district. It's limitation in time on that. So there's actually a cost for doing it. Here, I mean, soon as you get military engineers and your production is good enough, my god, you can go nuts. The other, I guess the limiting factor here, suppose, is that, you know, encampments, there are no bonuses to encampment build speed. Just there's no bonuses to holy site build speed. So to really get these strategies rolling, you need to invest in those early. Invest those hammers that could be used doing science or doing an industrial zone or something. So that's maybe something that balances it out. So I think I've talked that one to death, but just know that this is really damn powerful, and I'm pretty sure it's going to get balanced later. But again, I haven't really used it in practice yet, so maybe the opportunity cost of hammers is too high to make it feasible. I don't know. That seems ridiculously strong. And that there's no way to answer a culture bomb. That's probably the biggest concern of mine, because usually a good or strong Civ and a strong design is something that can be dealt with. Like, it's tough to deal with, but you can have an answer. But literally, there's no way to get your tiles back without conquering the city. And that seems a little rough. So anyway, enough talk about that. Let's talk about the cool stuff. So the Winged Hussar is back, of course. It's the iconic Polish unit. Fun fact, no one really knows exactly why they put the wings on the back of the armor. There's been a lot of theories. One is when they fought against Tatars, who like to use lassos to pull horsemen off of horses. They would grip the wings instead. They would catch on that because they'd wait for the tension. And when they pulled the wings, the horseman would stay on and still be able to lance the guy through the gut. And that was the idea there. Or they thought the flapping of the feathers on those wings deafened the horses to the screams of the dying and stuff on the battlefield, kind of like blinders do. And that would kind of help them stay in formation and discipline a little better. Or just look pretty badass and sounded really, really cool when you're running on a horse. There's a lot of theories. They're probably all a little bit true. But anyway, Winged Hussars, pretty much what Civ V did. Unique medieval era unit. Pushes defending enemy units back from their hex in any battle where they score more damage. So anytime you do 47 to their 46 or anything like that, they get pushed back a tile. And if they can't push back and they got that thing, if you won the battle and they can't move back, they get additional damage. So these are damn strong. They were ridiculously strong in Civ V and could fight cavalry toe-to-toe. I'm pretty sure they'll be pretty useful in this game as well. And a unique building, no less, is Sukiennice. I'm gonna guess this is something in a commercial district. I'm not entirely certain. Again, I haven't played, I haven't figured it out. But Sukiennice, basically cloth. Sukienka is a dress, so I don't know. There's probably more to that than that also. It's more like clothing or in general like formal dress. But anyway, building unique to Poland, international trade routes from the city gain +2 production. So your international routes help you build the city. You don't have to send them internally, which is great because international routes actually give you money. So having his production boost would be nice to keeping that trade flowing. And domestic trade routes gain 4 gold, so if you really need to send it domestically, there's nothing else to do, you can at least get gold from it too and not really starve. So all in all, a really powerful Civ that can pretty much do anything with a lot of bonuses to a lot of things. And I really think some of this is going to get balanced out. I mean, you can culture bomb, which is crazy good. No answer to that. You get to easily flip enemy cities to majority your religion just by building a fort and stealing a tile with said culture bomb. You can culture bomb all the way up to their city and, you know, get tiles that way if you really wanted to. Relics provide extra gold in case you're hungry for cash, and also your trade routes are fantastic. So, I don't know, man. I think it's awesome. I think it's going to have a lot of fun to play against her. I think she's going to be one of those, like, we need to kill her yesterday kind of civs when you see her on the map, because then she'll be stealing your tiles. And you know how much the AI loves to bulb out cities right in your territory. You think that Poland's going to really take it easy on this culture bombing? My guess is, again, I haven't played with her in an enemy. This thing just came out today. I think that was going to be a really tough ability to fight against. So, I don't know. It looks really, really strong. It looks like a lot of unanswerable, really strong things. But all in all, it's a pretty cool first Civ. I wonder what they're going to come up to follow this one on, because this seems pretty badass. So, by all means, throw your ideas down in the comments. We'll hash this one out. But again, this is all first impressions. I just got this notification this morning, so I want to post a video on my thoughts. And I will see you all next time we talk about this crazy stuff on Civ 6. We're in the thick of Gorgo right now, so enjoy that one. We'll see what the next series is going to be. So until then, I've been Urs. Hope you enjoyed this first view, and I will see you all next time. Till then.